Hello everyone. Let's have a look at Leetcode problem uh, that was asked on 4th of July. So in this problem, we are asked to find the kth character in string game 2. This is part 2 of the problem that was given previously. So in the part 1, we were asked to find the kth character after certain operations. But in this one, there is an operations array given where there is two values at any index of the operations array. Okay, so before even proceeding or having to think about how we can solve this problem, let us look at a small motivational quote for today. Right? So, so enjoy whatever you're doing. Maybe anything in life should any work or anything that you take in life should always be a positive uh, thing, right? So happiness comes from curiosity, passion, and a positive mindset. Instead of seeing tasks as burden, find small ways to make them engaging. Learn through games, collaborate with friends, or celebrate progress. When you enjoy the journey, even hard work feels rewarding. Life's too short to just get through it. Find the fun in the doing. So many times, even uh, in our lead code daily problems, we are able to go through the easy type problems quickly, but the hard ones are little tedious and require some amount of steps, additional steps. Maybe we might need to fix the time limit exceeded complexity and so on, right? So always find something to uh, have fun and make it very engaging so that we find happiness in whatever we do, right? So let us look at the problem statement here. Uh, Alice and Bob are playing a game. Initially, Alice has a string word A. You are given a positive integer k. You are also given an integer array operations where operations of I represents the type of ith operation. Now, Bob will ask Alice to perform all the operations. All the operations are required to be performed in sequence, right? So let's say Uh, operations of I is 0, then append or copy the same word to itself. Operations of I is equals to 1, generate a new string by changing each character in word to its next character in English alphabet and append it to the original string. Original. Let's say ZB is the word that is given. You change Z to A and B to C, right? And you append it to the initial string. Okay, so return the kth character in word after performing all the operations. We can have a look at this example. So let's say initially A is the one. So with this one we change this to AA, and with this one we change it to 4 A's. That is AAA. Right. With this one the length goes to 8 A's. Okay, so and we are required to return the fifth character, which is all A's. Since 0 indicates appending the same word, we do not have any one, or we are not shifting any character here. So that's an observation. Let's say if we are asked to find 10th character in this four operations, then it would be B. As we see here, A changes to, in the first operation it would be AABB, and here it would be four copy of the same one. So after this one, then it would be AABB, BBCCECC. Yeah, so this will be the string word, right? And there are 8 characters, 8 plus 2. So this is the bth character. Okay. Um, Constraints are as such. So so the approach that I get as part of my intuition here is, let's say we can calculate a length at each operation. for, let's say, given k and the index character that we need to return, and operations array, right? So we can return a length array which will be the same length of operations, and let's say it will be 2, 4, 8, which it will always be a multiple of uh, the previous value, and it will be of the same length of operations array. So once we get that, we can find the specific values of shift character that needs to be performed this for this kth character. So for that we will be doing it this way, where, let's say, uh, we can have a for loop. We can run a for loop, say I is equals to length into length of length, and length minus 1, the length of the array. And for each iteration we I plus plus, sorry, I minus minus, since we are decrementing it, and we check the half value. So where length of I by 2, and if k is greater than half, then we bring it within the half range. So every time we do this, new k value will be k minus half. That would bring it to within the half range. So every time we keep doing this, we would come to the initial zeroth index, which would be initial value of k, and while doing this, we are importantly required to keep track of a value shift with each operations that we also need to check it operations array, seeing what is the value there. If it is 1, then we will have to make a shift to the initial character. So that's the problem statement. So we do that, shift plus 1, right? So finally we can apply the number of shifts on character A. This would give us the return value. This is the whole idea, and this is the most efficient way to do this. Okay, so let us apply this solution to our Leetcode problem, and let's see if we can solve this. For each operation, we multiply the length value. put a break condition if the length is greater than or equal to k, then we simply break out of the loop so that we can simply find the kth character. And we find the half value of the length, and we find the corresponding character within the half value, and then we check the operations array. At index I, if it's equal to 1, then we make sure we increment the shift value with plus plus, and we also calculate the character at a with all the shift values added to it. Return with the shift value mod by 26, just to keep it within the 26 characters limit, right? Plus the base character, starting from the base character. Let's try submitting this solution. The time and space complexity of this solution would be th length of I. Time and space complexity of this solution would be log of k being the index of the specific value that we are looking to pass, right? Let me just see. Log k because we are uh, having to split up the array with each for loop to and half at each iteration. So that's the whole reason that we are having to say log k. So both time and space complexity would be log of k. Okay. Okay, as you can see, the solution gets submitted. Please let me know any practical use cases that you can think about with this problem. Hope you found my solution and explanation helpful. Let me know in the comments if you feel like there could be any better approach as well. Thank you.